Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting Transformers Kingdom from the Cybertron Trilogy, Voyager class Cyclonus. Thank you for watching my videos. If you like what you see, please comment below. Like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to ding that bell so that you will be notified when I release content into the future. Or rather, in the future, not into the future. I don't know what I'm talking about. And with all that out of the way, let's get into it. Let's start, as usual, with the packaging. Again, as we have come to expect on the Kingdom figures, very small window due to Hasbro committing to use less plastic or something. I don't know. Anyway, Transformers, Hasbro, only for 8 and up, Transformers Generations, Takara Tomy, Cyclonus, and then Cyclonus in Cybertronium, Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron Trilogy. Very nice Kingdom artwork of Cyclonus and his alt mode in the jungle, it seems. Top of the box, nice Decepticon logo, WFC-K9. Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy. And on this side, the Kingdom artwork. Megatron Galvatron. Black Arachnia. Megatron from Beast Wars. Unicron. Optimus Primal Cheetor. Optimus Prime Bumblebee. The White Tiger guy. RC. Authentic Transformers. Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom. And on the back, nice product shots of Cyclonus. Transforms in 34 steps. Small print. Made in Vietnam. Recycled Hasbro. Do not stick things in your oral orifice that do not belong. Please don't put stuff in your mouth. And more small print, foreign languages, symbols I don't read, barcode, authentic. And I think that does it for the packaging, on the outside anyway. Let's take a look at the inside. I almost forgot that part. Again. Alright, first of all, the fine print paper thingy and our Kingdom instructions for Cyclonus. Very good illustrations. Very clear on how to transform this bad boy. That does it for the instructions. And let's look at the insert real quick. Not really much to do with it. It's the symbols from the golden disc thing. But there is the card, which are random. Doesn't make any sense. It's not like I'm going to buy 2 Cyclonuses just to get a Cyclonus card. Oh, excuse me. And let's see, it is the Ark. Very nice little hologrammy card, and on the back, the golden disc. All right, well, there's that. And that does it for the packaging. Next up, let's take a look at the alt mode and his accessories, which is only one. That's a neat gun. Nice silver paint job. Silver-ish. Kind of like a whitey silver. Anyway, don't ask me, I'm colorblind. So. And he does have storage in alt mode for his weapon. Voila. Now let's take a look at him in alt mode. Very nice. Coloring. The bottom side isn't even too bad. Now, one thing I do like, he does have landing gears. So he doesn't have to sit flat on a surface on his belly. He does have landing gears, and I think that's pretty cool. He also is blast effect compatible. So he can have stuff for jets. So that's pretty cool. And when I think of Cyclonus as alt mode, this is what I think of. Very, very cool. And one thing that they didn't have to include that they did, besides the landing gears, is he has these flaps for no reason other than he has flaps. And it's on both sides. So that's cool. I guess if he's coming in for a landing with his cool landing gears. Nice windows for the cockpit. Everything comes together pretty solidly. Except, I don't know if y'all can see it too well on the camera. There's a gap right here. And I'm not sure. It's on both sides, so dang it. Stay off the camera, out of the camera. No. Quit bumping the camera, Cyclonus. Dadgummit. You know, it is on both sides, so it could be intentional, like a vent intake or something, but with the gap right here also, perhaps not. And I don't think it's anything I did during transformation, because everything else seems to line up and tab in properly. So there is that to be aware of. And the landing gears do fold in, so he doesn't have to be flying along with his landing gears sticking out. Oops, straighten that up. All right. That does it for the look in vehicle mode, alt mode, however you wish to describe it. And I keep bumping the camera. And next up is alt mode comparisons. And here we have the Combiner Wars Voyager class Cyclonus. Nice dark coloring. He is a retool of the Combiner Wars Silverbolt, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have Silverbolt, so And then you can see right in there, maybe you can see it. There's his face peeping out. Right there. But very reminiscent of the G1 alt mode. Nothing like this guy, though. He's kind of blocky on the underside, where the Kingdom one is very clean on the underside. His transformation is very clean all around, unlike the Combiner Wars Cyclonus. And let's see, what did I do with this gun? Here is the rifle for Combiner Wars Cyclonus, which he also has storage for. It just kind of clips in here. And there's that. Can the Cyclonus do that? Nope, he can't have it up there on the nose cone, just right there in the middle of the cockpit. All right, and that does it for alt mode comparison. And now it's time for alt mode scale comparisons. And I guess I should have put his landing gears back out. Let's see if I can get them out. All right. There's the landing gears back out. And scale comparison. Titans Returns, Legends class, Bumblebee. Alternate Universe Dead Optimus Prime. Just because I have him sitting right here. Commander class, Skylink's Sky part. The space shuttle part, anyway. I think he's referred to as Sky when he's by himself. If he's not, he ought to be. His line mate, Kingdom Inferno. And finally, who he should have been a line mate with, Voyager class Hot Rod. Dang it, Hot Rod. Never wants to stay transformed, right? Or maybe it's just me. Anyway. Voyager class Hot Rod from the Studio Series 86 line, which this Kingdom Cyclonus looks like he could have come right out of that line. Maybe he started out during the design phase as part of that line. I'm not sure. And that does it for size comparisons. And now it's time to see if I can remember how to transform this guy. We'll start by putting all the landing gears in. And maybe this, yeah. Let's fold these wings down just to get them out of the way for a second. And we'll try to pull the arms off. As you can see, oh, I guess you can't see it because I had it out of the camera frame. Let's back this thing up a little bit. All right. Tab and slot. Same thing on the other side. And fold these parts up. Let's see if we can work the legs down. And they just kind of work down. They don't. As you can see, there's the hinge. And then it's on a double hinge. Hinged here and on the inside here. And separate the legs. Pull that piece up and flip the foot out. And fold these in. And all goes right in there pretty cleanly. This whole cockpit piece oh, come on you. There he goes. Try not to put too much force on it. But it swings around like that. And you start opening up the nose cone if you can. Oh wait, he opens on that side too. That might make it a little easier. There we go. There we go. All right, the very tip of the nose cone flips in and that closes up. And that folds and goes inside this piece of the nose cone. That collapses down. Then you flip it around. You close the front. You close the back. And then see tab and slot. And that's on both sides. And you take his wings, and you fold them back, and it's on a double hinge. And you fold the actual wing part back out. The tab part is the part that stays in place. And the tab part, the hinge part is what stays in place back there. And for the hands, that piece comes up and you just swing them around, fold them back down. Same on this side. And put his gun in his hand. Dang it. Sorry. Being noisy. Alright, and there he is in all his robot mode glory. Alright, and now let's take a look at robot mode. Very good face sculpting, I think. Nice red eyes, which are, as you can see there, he does have light piping for his eyes, and that looks pretty cool. Very faithful to his animated appearance, I think. Nice Decepticon logo. Translucent piece right here and here, and not sure about the knees. The knees, yes, there is a little, looks like a clear overlay. No? It's hard to tell. I don't think those are clear parts there. I'm not seeing through it. Cleans up nicely. Not a lot of backpack junk to carry around. And there's the pip for the light piping. As far as articulation goes, has some head tilt. Go all the way around. He looks up that far. Down, not bad. His arms, full 360. Hinge at the shoulder. Slightly better than 90 degrees at the elbow, and he does have a bicep swivel and also wrist rotation. Legs, he can kick forward that far, not quite 90 degrees. Backwards, a little over 90 degrees. Won't quite get 90 degrees. Well, about 90 degrees at the knee. Just have to watch that hinge. It's a little tricky. He does have waist rotation, 360 degrees. His legs will go out that far. A little bit of forward at the ankle due to transformation. Not much back because this plate here gets in the way. I guess you could kick that out for some more ankle tilt, but not really. And then it's got ankle tilt that far. Very nice colors overall. Very, very G1 cartoon looking. At least to me. Some of you may have differing opinions, and that's okay. And that does it for robot mode. Now it's time for one of my favorite segments, is the comparisons. I like to see how they have improved on a figure in its next iteration. And as you can see from Combiner Wars to Kingdom, there has been a massive increase in accuracy. And I think, you know, with the Combiner Wars, they were going more for the IDW Comics look, which I'm really not that big a fan of their old continuity. The newer books are actually quite well done, I think. My Transformers Bible, of course, is the old Marvel Comics run. That's what I had available to me when I was younger. We did have the G1 cartoons sometimes, but it didn't always come on at the same time and stuff like that, so it was easy to miss. But one of the major things you can see is the difference in the weapons here. You know, Combiner Wars has a huge rifle and a little pistol thingy, which joined together to make a super rifle, I guess you could call it. Would help if I didn't try to do it backwards or upside down. And there is that. Combiner Wars got some loose knees a little bit. He don't like to stand up a lot. And this piece is real loose too. But as you can see, he's much darker. The Kingdom version is much more accurate to the G1 cartoon. Another thing, this guy has huge backpack. Hardly any backpack. All right, and there is a look at a comparison. Here's another segment I really like, which is the scale comparisons to see how well the newer stuff scales up together, because Hasbro for years and years and years had scale problems. Here is Legends Class Titans Returns Bumblebee. Earthrise Optimus Prime. Which is leader class, by the way, even though the figure itself is about Voyager class size. His Kingdom line mate, Inferno. And these guys are the same class in the same line. And you see that Cyclonus is a bit taller and broader. And Voyager class 86 Hot Rod. And again, you see how much bigger, even though these guys are the same class, you see how much bigger Cyclonus is than Hot Rod. But that's okay, because he's supposed to be a bigger dude. He is Galvatron's muscle man, enforcer guy. So yes, he needs to be bigger and more imposing than other Transformers of the same class. Was that all of them? Yes, I'm not doing the Sky part of Skylinks. I didn't transform him. I'm saving him for an upcoming video on the Botropolis Rescue, so be on the lookout for that one if you're interested in those Amazon packs. And I think that does it for scale comparisons. Now, final thoughts on Kingdom Voyager class Cyclonus. One thing I did forget to mention, I did mention that in alt mode he was compatible with blast effects, but also his gun, and he does have a couple of ports. Well, not ports, but pegs for it, and, well, I guess ports too, but who's going to do that? I'm not. This is a great figure and a super replacement for the Combiner Wars Cyclonus. I think this is a superior figure in every way. Transformation, how accurate it is to its source material, which again, the Combiner Wars Cyclonus may be faithful to the IDW comic which it was based on. I'm not sure. Again, I have not read those because I wasn't a big fan of that continuity. But again, their new continuity is really good. I'm enjoying it so far. I don't know what else I can say about this guy other than he's great. He's going in the display, and he's an awesome replacement for his previous version, the Combiner Wars Cyclonus. And that wraps up the review. If you like what you saw, please comment below. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to ding the bell so that you know when I release content in the future. I really appreciate that. Thank you for watching my videos. That subscribe and watching the videos, it really helps the channel out and helps me grow it. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. And with all that said, I'll see you next time.